Hi, Kinder friends. I'm going to share a book with you for science today. Excuse me, called The Story of Snow, The Science of Winter's Wonder. So here we go, beautiful snow crystals. Our story starts on a winter day, high up in the sky, in a cloud that is very, very cold. This is the story of snow. Clouds are mostly made of air, which we cannot see. Then there is water vapor, water in the form of a gas, which we also can't see. We do see the billions of tiny droplets of liquid water and ice crystals that float in the cloud. They reflect light, making the clouds visible. Snow begins with a speck. Clouds are mostly made of air and water, but there are also bits of other things like tiny particles of dirt, ash, and salt. Even living bacteria can float in the wind and end up in a cloud. A snow crystal just needs one of these specks to start growing. The specks are all much smaller than the eye can see, but if you could see them, they could be ash or soot from a volcano or fire, grain of pollen from a flower, salt left over from the ocean waves that evaporated, a piece of soil, or bacteria from plant leaves. These are all little specks that can start snow. The speck becomes the center of a snow crystal. When a speck gets cold enough, water vapor will stick to it. If you had a microscope that could see small things, here's what you would see. Water vapor sticks to cloud specks, making the speck wet. More water vapor sticks to the wet speck, forming a water droplet. The droplet freezes into a ball of ice. More water vapor sticks to the ball of ice and it grows into a hexagon shape. Ice crystal keeps going. Water vapor continues to stick to the crystal. Faster growth on the corners cause the 6 branches to grow out. The branches keep growing, sprouting little arms of their own. And a beautiful snow crystal is born. So it starts from this one little speck and it keeps getting added to till it makes one snowflake. That's a lot of work. A snow crystal forms as it falls. As the snow crystal gets bigger and heavier, it starts to fall to earth from the clouds. It keeps growing as it falls through the cold, taking on its own special shape. The shape depends on how wet the cloud is and how cold it is. A snow crystal can start to grow one way, but then grow another way when it passes through a wetter or colder part of its cloud. The crystal stops growing soon after falling below the cloud. So here are all different shapes. These are real pictures of real snowflakes. Here's what their actual size is, though. This little one right here. But they've blown them up to be bigger. Snow crystals can be stars. One common snow crystal shape is the star. Star-shaped snow crystals usually have 6 arms reaching out from a center point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The center point is the home of the speck that started the crystal. The 6 arms look alike, but they are almost never exactly alike. Snow crystals can be plates. Plate crystals are thin, like star crystals, but they don't have arms. The simplest kind of plate is a hexagon with 6 straight sides. More complicated plates have points where arms almost grew. So here's just the plate snowflake. There's a cool picture of one. Snow crystals can also be columns. Column-shaped snow crystals are shaped like pencils. They're not flat like stars and plates. Columns can form high in the clouds and at very cold temperatures. They are very tiny, and when they fall, they make for slippery snow. So not every time it snows are they the big beautiful flakes. Sometimes it is different shaped snow, like these columns. 6 is the magic number for snow crystals. This is because of the nature of water. Water molecules, the smallest unit of water, attach themselves in groups of 6, which usually lead the crystals to have 6 arms or sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what helps is how water is. Snow crystals are rarely perfect. So much can happen during a snow crystal's fall to earth, it is rare that one will turn out perfectly. If a droplet of water passes close to one arm of the snow crystal, that arm can start to grow faster. Before long, that one arm will be longer than all the others. Here's some examples. So they look pretty similar, but then if you look, this one is way longer than some of these other ones. So it's kind of interesting. Or look at this big one. Pretty interesting. A snow crystal can be a twin. A snow crystal can have 12 arms. This is a twin crystal, which happens when 2 crystals start from the original speck and form on top of each other. That's pretty cool. A snow crystal can have bumps. If there's enough water droplets near the crystal, some can strike the crystal and freeze on contact. This gives the crystal little bumps called rime. Look at those little bumps in the crystal. These are great photographs. Many snow crystals make one snowflake. Often, snow crystals bump into each other and get stuck together. When this happens, snowflakes form. Hundreds or even thousands of snow crystals can be found on a single snowflake. That's pretty amazing. So those big snowflakes we see are actually hundreds or thousands of little snow crystals all together. Once a snow crystal lands, it starts to wither away. Snow crystals can't keep growing after they fall from clouds. And when a crystal stops growing, it immediately starts to wither. That means like shrink. Soon the arms of the crystal break down and the crystal shape becomes rounded. This means that if you want to see a snow crystal, you need to catch it in the air or find it very soon after it lands. That's great on a snowy day to catch them on like the sleeve or on your mittens, and then you can see them before they wither away. Once they land on the ground, they kind of all clump together and the arms break off, and that's why you can't really, if you pick up a clump of snow off the ground, it's hard to see the beautiful design of a snowflake because it's kind of broken down. Let's see what else there is. Are no two snow crystals alike? Some simple plate crystals may appear exactly alike as seen through a high-quality microscope. When it comes to more complicated snow crystals, though, odds are that no two are exactly alike. But then, no two leaves, flowers, or people are exactly alike either. Snow crystals are like us. We're each different, but we have a lot in common. And then here's how to catch your own snow crystal. They say use a piece of dark cardboard and then get a magnifying glass. So that's a fun way to see that. A snow crystal is a letter from the sky. All these beautiful ones. So the end. Well, I hope you learned a little bit about snow and snow crystals and snowflakes. In another video, I show how to make a paper snowflake, which is just a fun project to do. So I hope you enjoyed the story of snow. Have a good rest of your day.